serious injuries to multiple body parts because of a work-related injury. It could be from repetitive work activity, it could be from a specific incident, or it could be from both. One of the ways that people get more out of their workers' compensation cases, they also file a repetitive work activities claim in addition to the specific claim that their employer accepts and sends them to the doctor for. So the more body parts you have that have permanent impairment, the larger your whole person impairment is going to be. It's going to give you a larger permanent disability indemnity. For example, if you hurt your lumbar spine, you fall, you hurt your back, and you need a lumbar fusion, the maximum permanent impairment that a doctor can assign you in California is 28%. Now, you'll adjust that for occupation, more arduous jobs, get more permanent disability. You also adjust it for age. So if you're older, you also get more permanent disability for that impairment. You might have 35% or 40% impairment or permanent disability at the end after those adjustments. And basically, you look at a chart, you find out how much permanent disability you have, and that equates to a dollar value, and that's how much you get. Now, I'll put a link to that chart in the description below if you're interested. But in order to get more permanent impairment, you have more than one body part. So, for example, if you hurt your lumbar spine and you have the condition that I just described, you might also allege that you have carpal tunnel syndrome. You might also allege that you have internal issues from having to take pain medication to treat the pain from your lumbar spine. You might also argue that you have ongoing pain and that you should be entitled to an additional 3%, up to 3% for pain. So if you have multiple serious injuries, those can all combine to create a bigger permanent impairment. And that is in addition to maybe having more surgeries, having more time off of work to treat those injuries. You're just going to collect more on the workers' compensation policy if you have multiple body parts that you're claiming. In general, if those body parts aren't injured, well, then you're not going to have a bigger impairment on those body parts. But one thing you might consider if you've had a specific injury and you've been working for the employer for a long time and you think you're going to be displaced from your job, it might be time to file a cumulative trauma, which is a repetitive work activity claim on other body parts and systems to increase your permanent impairment, ultimately increase the exposure to the insurance carrier, and get a bigger settlement at the end of your claim. So for those out there who have questions about multiple body parts, I hope this helps. You can do another video if you have further questions. Be happy to do that.